clear early on that it was, going to be a physical battle. How happy were you with your group's willingness to kind of answer to that? And I'm not just talking the scraps, but just overall your whole group kind of answering that style of play and winning a game like that.
Well, we knew it was going to be a competitive game. Their situation with changing the coach and our situation with needing to get our game back in order. So you knew it was going to be a real competitive game. I thought we got better as the game went on. You knew they were going to push early. They dumped a lot of pucks at the net in the first period, and then we kind of got our legs under us. And I liked the way we worked the second and third period. And Connor and Leon and Yamo gave us a big period in the third, and we ended up getting the points.
I wanted to ask about Darnell Nurse specifically. I mean, obviously he's an important player and you want him on the ice, but it seemed like it was maybe a moment he recognized, or, how do you feel about him doing that? And, what does it say about him that he does that?
Well, he's one of our leaders. It's, nobody can tell a player when to fight, why to fight, whatever. Those things happen, and those are, you're into battles in the game, and those are things that people engage in to try to help your team win and try to help your team get momentum and whatever it is. So he's one of our leaders, and at that time of the game, we were pushing back. We were just getting our feet under us, and it was a good battle. And we line up again right after they come out, and away we went.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
So tell me, Dave, about a team that, you're right. You come in the game and you're trying to find your game, and the first period happens and they take it, they come at you pretty hard, and you're still looking for your game in the second period. You end up winning a hockey game that was hard to win, right? Is this the kind of game you're looking for?
Well, every game's hard to win, no matter what. We were just talking about the staff in there after watching the highlights from around the league. Every game is hard to win. So you go into it with a mindset you're going to try to find a way to win. Sometimes you have to make adjustments when you go in. Sometimes you have to recognize a little better how you have to play to win. So, we knew this was going to be a hard game. Like I say, with their circumstance, we knew we had to play better, and I liked the way we hung into the game. Schmitty gave us some real good saves, and but our team competed, especially the second and third period. We competed really hard, and we got to continue to build on that. The Toronto series wasn't very good for us. We got to build our game back up tonight, and we took a step in the right direction tonight.
A couple of players specifically who took frustration sort of penalties. Draisaitl took a couple where he whacked guys, and Yamamoto kicked feet out, and they appeared to be frustrated, and they then kind of hunkered down and put together a really strong second half of the game and came right back and led your team. Is that?
Yeah, you don't like undisciplined penalties, but it gets it gets real competitive. If you saw Yamamoto got elbowed right in the mouth just a couple seconds before that, so he's there's emotion involved in that. So I mean, you want to have emotion, you want to be competitive, but you got to be disciplined, and those are areas that those are three things in the game that we need to improve. But that being said, I like how competitive we were in the game. We competed on battles, and we found a way to win.
Terry Jones, Post Media.
Dave, what do you think or hope that the significance of tonight will be in terms of the bigger picture?
Well, we didn't play very well for 3 games. We got to start building our game back up. So you got to recognize what you have to do to win. And we, like I say, we took some steps tonight. There's a competitive level you have to be at in this league if you're going to win. It doesn't matter who you're playing. And the last couple of days we've focused on that, and I give the players a ton of credit. They came out and competed hard, and we found a way to win.
And could you discuss the whole circumstances and inspiration of putting the dynamic duo back together for this one? And is it a one-game thing, or where do you sit with that?
We'll see. We're just looking for a spark there. We haven't been creating very much, so we're just looking for a spark, and we put them back together. And Yamo was a nice fit with them, so we'll see where it goes.
Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Dave, just on Mike Smith, do you see him in a real groove right now? Do you like his game, the way it's going right now, and are you willing to kind of keep riding him for the next little while here?
Well, we'll see. We got to get both guys up and going. If you look at our schedule in March, we need both guys playing well. But just tonight, just with Koskinen played real well against Calgary last game, but we just thought Schmidt going in there tonight, he's been really dialed in here a little bit, and thought putting him in there just the guy we called on tonight. But we'll see both of them this week. We need to get both of them up and going.
Thanks, Dave.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
David, practice yesterday, you made it pretty clear for your group, you need to be better in the neutral zone. You look at the second and third goals you scored tonight, were directly off plays, controlling it through the neutral zone. And obviously great shot by Connor, but What did you think overall of your team through the neutral zone, attacking and defending?
Well, I thought we were all right. I mean, there's times when, like, I don't want to dump the puck all the time. There's times when you carry it in, but there's times when you have to put it behind people, and those are some of the decisions that we have to continue to work on. But we had some good plays through the neutral zone. There's two things: it's getting through the neutral zone, and then how you get the puck back when you get it in the offensive zone. So those are areas that we continue to talk about and we have to improve on.
You gave a lot of D-zone responsibility to the K-Ra line tonight.
Yeah.
What did you like about them? And then can you give us an update on Archibald's health?
Archie was a late scratch with an upper body injury that was, he was all right this morning, a little sore, but then got to game time and he couldn't go. So basically the Caroline, we had three centermen on. You got Turris as a right-hander, you got JJ, and then you got Shore who can play center. So you hope that you put them on in your own end and you can, they're going to find a way to gain the zone. So, with Archie out, Archie's usually a guy that plays some time in there, but, you're looking for players to take responsibility in different areas of the game, and that was the line that, we relied on in that vein tonight.
Final question, Rob Tuchkowski.
Hey, beyond McDavid and Draisaitl, going out there and being able to turn the tide, when you coaches look at film and what are the primary differences between the Oilers when things are going well and when they're not? Is it pretty obvious stuff that you can point out? Or is there a lot of subtlety that...
Every game is different. You're looking at different. You can go out and play a poor game, make a bunch of mistakes, but your goaltender can bail you out all over the place, and you can go out and play a real solid game and make no mistakes, and the other team finds a way to get one and you lose. So you're looking for consistency in how we want to play, consistency in effort. Players in roles, where do they fit? Where can you maximize that player's ability? So there's things like that you look at all the time, and it's sometimes it changes. You got players that'll give they'll give you 3 or 4 real good games, and then they start to dip, and you maybe find somebody else that fills that spot in there. So you're always trying to tweak things to try to keep things at the highest level you can, and sometimes you just get in a rut and the whole group gets in a rut and you got to try to find your way out, and that's where we made steps in that direction tonight. Hopefully we can continue it this week.